Opět se nacházíme na jihozápadě Colorada ve skalistých horách a jsme tady s Kamennem, expertem na recyklaci, a je to místní kovboj, neúplně typický, a poví nám něco o svém domě, kterému říká Stonehouse, a tento dům je zajímavý tím, jak využívá sluneční energii. So I just said in Czech a little bit.
Quite the introduction.
Yeah.
Sounded pretty good.
So be nice to talk about this solar potential in this house, because I spent little time with you on this one, and
Yeah.
there is lots of quite a big rock inside of the house. Like
Yeah.
huge, big, black kind of rock, and Kevin, he put all the windows around here, so it actually can get those rocks can heat up by the sun. Because how many days you have here with the sun potential?
Oh, 360?
Yeah.
About a lot. I
Yeah.
think it's like 70% sun, at least.
So are you satisfied the way you build this house?
Yeah, I would have do a few things different, maybe face this big wall south would have been better for the solar
But isn't it
collection.
kind of, because the south,
Yeah,
is not enough.
little bit more south. I don't know. It's fine.
So in the middle of the house there is this big wall from the stone, right?
Yeah.
And around it it's all the
hmm
log structure.
Yeah, around it is the windows and the logs, so all the rocks are inside. So all summer these rocks are heating up and collecting, and some of them weigh over 6 ton. And they just collect all summer, and then it's hardly ever freezes in here. It's pretty nice in here, and it cuts 2 months off in the fall and 2 months off in the spring, and those are real nice months. So.
You mean like during the day, when the sun shines here almost all winter, it just hits the rocks through these windows and
Yeah.
they heat up, and then during the night and when it's cold
hmm
it's all accumulating the heat.
Yeah, and they release the heat. And works good. I don't have to worry about if we go on a trip somewhere in the middle of the winter, anything freezing. The dog on me.
Yeah, and what is that big tree behind about?
Well, it's
And that tower, it creates kind of tower. I have
Yeah.
some pictures from outside. So does it actually work? This
no.
no.
That's
Because
pure something in here that's pure artistic. That just happened. I found that big tree and I thought it looked pretty cool, so I brought it in with come-alongs and brought it up, and it stuck way up above the roof, so I had to add that. So it's actually all the heat goes up in there and doesn't come down.
But you have all that big metal pipe,
Yeah.
so it doesn't work to bring the heat down. Because I know we were doing
Yeah.
some kind of channels here, and
Yeah. That's a project that's next on the list of
to make it work.
Make it work.
Yeah, to bring the heat from the tower kind of
Uh-huh.
down to the house.
Yeah, actually, is what I'm gonna do. It's easier to move cold air, so I'm gonna put the cold air up there, and then the medium cold air will come down. So it's because it's easier to move cold air than hot air.
Yeah, but it's already working. You said fine, right? It's
Yeah.
When did you start building this house?
It's probably been 20 years ago, and it took me about 10 years to build, and I work on it for a couple of years and quit for 5, and then work on it again, and then Jakub came and Peter, and we finished it. So a lot of this work Jakub did. In fact, this floor, Jakub you didn't think it could be done, right?
Yeah.
And Peter and I said, yes, you could. And I said, well, if you pour the concrete, we'll lay the rocks. And we couldn't even keep up with Jakub pouring concrete. And it works pretty good.
Yeah. It would be one whole video just about the floor, because
Yeah.
it's so many things in here. But And you use the rug also in the ceiling, right?
Yeah.
Like between the beams.
That was your idea too.
Was that-
You remember that? It was.
Oh.
I was trying to figure out what to put up there, and he says, "Well, why don't you put rocks?" And it's like, okay. So above us are huge rocks. It's probably some of them weigh 100 pounds.
So and you spend here a few winters, right, to like kind of experience how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember you're kind of you weren't sure if if the house will be tight enough, right? Because it's all like again recycled.
Yeah.
All the recycled wood and all materials are recycled here.
Yeah. The windows were all new, but everything else in this house is recycled and reused, and so.
It's a pretty big house too. How many square feet?
3,000.
3,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that's mainly because all this rock is inside of here.
Yeah. The rocks take up a lot of room.
Yeah. Well, cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice having all that sun.
Yeah.
But then you have big problem with water, right? It's all opposite than in Czech Republic. We don't have all that much sun and it's all green. But here you always looking for water, right?
Yeah. Here it's dry and warm, lots of sun, and so there's a lot of solar here.
Yeah. Wow. Good. Good to use it.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.